Good morning and welcome to the Jerusalem Post's 5th Annual Diplomatic Conference. Please be seated. For those who are still outside, you're more than welcome to join us inside the room. My name is Yaakov Katz, and I am the editor-in-chief of the newspaper of the Jerusalem Post. It's no secret that today, It's no secret that today Israel faces daunting challenges. After nearly 70 years, Israel has yet to reach the stage when it can rest and lay down its weapons. And today, possibly more than in the past, Israel needs to be vigilant as the Middle East continues to find itself in the throes of what is possibly an unprecedented historic upheaval and sense of uncertainty. Today, we will benefit from an insider's tour of the region, from Iran to Gaza, Syria to Lebanon and Egypt, the peace process with the Palestinians, and of course, the dramatic results of the recent elections in the United States and how they affect Israel and the wider region. These are just some of the issues that our speakers today will tackle for us. The Jerusalem Post will soon celebrate its 84th anniversary. And as a paper, we have carried on the tradition of what our founder, Gershon Agron, and that's the street we're on, the Agron Street here in Jerusalem, envisioned in 1932 when he established and founded what was then known as the Palestine Post, to create a newspaper in Israel that could serve as a window to the world of what was happening in this ancient land and also in the wider region. Over the years, we have grown, and we are obviously not just a print newspaper, which many of you receive on a daily basis, but we are the most widely read English news website in Israel and the Jewish diaspora, and serve as an unwavering and reliable source of news for what happens in Israel, the Jewish world, and the Middle East. The issues we know are all tough and often appear to be divisive. At the paper, we always strive to bring you, our readers, perspectives from across the political spectrum here in Israel, from the left and from the right. Some you read and agree with, others you read and can't even begin to understand. But that is our purpose, at least that's what we believe, to help educate, enlighten, and to inform. And also, of course, to tell stories. Israel as a story has always marveled the world. An ancient people that returned to its historic homeland, established a state, and against all odds, not just survived, but persevered and prospered. At the Jerusalem Post, we are proud to be able to tell that story on a daily, well, more accurately, on a 24/7 basis. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the two people who make this possible, and of course our sponsors. To the Jerusalem Post CEO, Ronit Chassin, thank you very much, Ronit. And to our paper's publisher and owner, Eli Azur. Eli, thank you very much. I now invite you to sit back and watch this short film.
The Jerusalem Post has been telling Israel's fascinating story for over 80 years. We were there during the British Mandate, at the time of the Declaration of Independence and the establishment of the state. We marched together in war and in peace, at times of sorrow and in joy. We have been there at every moment that has shaped the course of Israel's history. And with every issue, we've established ourselves as one of the most accurate and reliable newspapers in the Middle East. As Israel's amazing story continues to develop, we too decided to expand. We have become a news source for 72 different countries around the world. This continuous development stems from a belief in the importance of a connection between world Jewry and the State of Israel. We have not stopped here. Our English language website is Israel's leading news site with more than 9 million viewers a month. Millions of people around the world view our daily news web broadcast. And our special app? It will accompany you anytime or place you want. In order to help preserve freedom of speech in Israel, we acquired the newspaper Ma'ariv Sof HaShavua, which immediately since its launch has become one of Israel's leading newspapers. And so, from a small paper in a small country, which was founded before the establishment of the state, we have evolved into a media group whose conferences are among the most influential and important in the Jewish world. All of this is both thanks to you and for you, the Jerusalem Post. We are the media group that always has and will continue to accompany the nation.